everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time, you're welcome. This is Essential Patience, and I am Patience. In today's video, we'll be going through my Instagram feed and reacting to some natural hair tips. So we're going to go over some of these are really interesting, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it. I'm not holding back. Let me know what you think about these. So let's get right into them. Now, starting with the first video, let's take a look. So I have to say I agree with this video on the only detangle soaking wet hair which has conditioner in it, because for the longest time I did not do that. It was kind of difficult, especially the more hair you have, which she has a ton of hair. So you have to use conditioner to help detangle. Like, it just makes it more manageable. And this is before you shampoo, and then you put in deep conditioner. At least I put in deep conditioner after I shampoo. Definitely finger detangling. And the brush, I don't have a brush. I normally just use a white tooth comb. And I noticed like it is easier to detangle when you have a trim. I just recently got a trim, so hopefully when I'm detangling, a lot easier. I think she used a ton of conditioner though. I don't know if I put that much, but she does. Again, she has a lot of hair and she knows her hair. I think it's a really good tip on it. And again, you could always use like a white tooth comb. Detangle first. If you start shampooing before you detangle, that's gonna be rough. But let's move on to the next video and see what the person has to say. So in this next video, it is saying low porosity hair mistake. Co-washing every wash day. And so basically, I guess it's trying to say co-wash is the conditioner used, and okay, it's prone to build up. Products will stop. Try moisturizing shampoos. I don't know the whole thing about the hair porosity. Let me know in the comment section if you know. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, the first thing you need to do is your hair porosity. I don't know, like, it's so much to learn. I have other things to learn about. I agree with the co-washing. I did co-wash for some few months when I started, like within the first year of growing my hair. I hated it. I didn't like it. I don't think you should just condition dirty hair and then call it a wash day. Like, it's not washing. You're literally putting conditioner on dirty hair. And I know, like the previous video, I was like, use it to detangle, but using it to detangle and then you're washing. But co-washing, in my opinion, is not a good thing. Like, if you only co-wash, yeah, I don't know about that. But shampoo cleanses. It's like soap. It's almost like if you were putting moisturizer when you woke up every day instead of going to the shower to take a shower. You're like literally just using moisturizer and never using a bar of soap or some shower gel to cleanse yourself and then rinsing yourself before putting your moisturizer. That's how I see it. I'm not saying wash your hair every day, but I'm just saying, like, on wash days, no matter how often you wash your hair, you should be using shampoo. I don't know about the hair porosity thing. Again, I think it goes for any hair type. Build up on your hair is not fun. So I would say shampoo, cleanse it, give your scalp a nice wash, and then condition your hair. And put in some leave-in too. Now let's move on to the next hair tip.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
So in this video, it looks like a DIY hair growth spray, and it's just talking about putting all these different herbs and whatever works for you. In my opinion, like, I don't do DIYs on my hair or practically anywhere. Like, I feel like it's just a lot. It's exhausting to keep up with all these DIYs. I'd rather just buy products from the store that I've done research on to make sure like they're good products versus this. Maybe for me, I see my hair should be something that's low maintenance rather than something that needs consistent maintenance. Like, at that point, I don't want it to ruin the quality of my life. It dictates so much. So for this, I think if it works, it works. Like, I don't see any science behind it, but it looks like it has some rosemary, cloves, and hot water. If it works, it works. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I don't think you need it. But if you want to do it, go ahead. Moving on to the next video, it is saying how to seal water into your hair. So it's just giving you some natural hair tips about how to make sure that you keep in moisture. Water is the ultimate moisturizer. She just seems to be making sure her hair is very soaking wet. Apply the products from ends to roots, and then make sure it's no longer dripping. Again, if it works for her, I think a lot of these things is dependent. If it works for you, it works for you. Personally, I don't think I will be applying my leave-in in the shower. I'd rather just do it here where I'm sitting down, put on a show. If it's dry, I'll spray a little bit of water, leave in, and then seal it with oil. There's nothing wrong with this. If this is how it works, I know some people will do their hair in the shower. If it's easier for you, it's great. So let's move on to the next video.
Challenge. Let your hair down in 3, 2, 1.
This is basically talking about diets and hair growth, and she seems to have really beautiful hair. I mean, everybody has great hair. What I ate to grow my hair, and she has the list and pause it and see. So she's saying spinach, salmon, berries, avocado, water, postnatal vitamins. I don't think it's the same for everybody about the vitamins part, but basically, I think a big part of hair growth is your health. Body is not gonna prioritize you growing your hair over its nourishing itself. So making sure you have enough nutrition, having enough water, having enough hydration overall would better your chances. And exercising, eating good, eating healthy, it's great. I think it's a really good tip. And one of the first comments I see is somebody said there was no scalp, none. And honestly, like, I hate it when people do that. It's always like, let me see your scalp. Like, who are you? Who are you to talk about somebody's scalp? As if like we have to go around proving somebody's hair by showing your scalp, like, hey, touch my scalp and stuff like that. I hate it when people try to root me. I remember somebody coming up to me and being like, oh, is that your hair? And I was like, yes. She's like, can I touch it? And I was like, no. And you're like, well, then how am I gonna know it's your natural hair? Who are you? Do you think I care what you think? I don't see a scalp thing. So what? When people have a lot of hair, thick hair, you don't see scalp like that, and the way she's turned especially. So let's move on to the next video.
Vinegar in your hair. It gets rid of dandruff, scalp buildup, and also cleans and conditions your hair naturally. And it's so hard to make. You have to put 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in 1 cup of water, mix it up, either put it in a spray bottle or put it in a bowl, pour it over your head in the shower, leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes, then finally you're done. It's so hard to make.
This next video is talking about using apple cider vinegar in your hair. And I mean, I've already extensively talked about how I don't like DIY, so I'm not going to try this. But again, if it works, it works. I think that's what shampoo is. I don't know any doctor or dermatologist who's like, oh yes, like apple cider vinegar is the best thing ever for your scalp, and don't use shampoo, use apple cider vinegar. I mean, do you shampoo with this? I don't know. But my point is, if it's so good, does it also cleanse your skin? And honestly, I'm not too crazy about the smell of apple cider vinegar anyway, so I'm not sure if it'll get stuck in my hair. I would definitely not want that. So this is simple DIY. It's really not that hard. All these huge claims, like, I need to see some peer review articles. I'm hard to please, if you can't tell. So let's move on to the next video. So in this next video, it says, what oil do you use for your long hair? And basically, it's kind of another, oh, they make their own products. Okay, they're selling this product. I don't know what's in it. Oils, in my opinion, are good. I don't know if I like all those things in there. Wouldn't that get annoying though, if you're trying to put in your hair and then you're there? But I mean, if it helps, like, again, she has beautiful hair. It seems really healthy. Unpopular opinion, I don't think like there's a specific hair oil you need to use. I don't even oil my scalp. I just oil my hair, nothing on the scalp. Nothing. Really irritating. So I think it's different for everybody, and then you just find the one that works and that's not gonna break the bank, and you're good.
Ladies, please stop skipping shampoo day. It is essential to the overall health of your hair. When you cleanse and condition, it's the best opportunity for you to import nutrients into the strand. The strand is soaking wet, so it's able to absorb the nutrients from your products. What happens when you wait extended periods to cleanse and condition? It dries out and you wind up with excessive shedding like this. What happens with that excessive shedding? Your hair tangles. Then when you try to detangle it, you break it, and then you wind up with damaged hair. You can use test scalp therapy to help with shedding, but it's essential to cleanse and condition.
Wow, so that was a lot. She's basically saying that we should just make sure that we are cleansing and conditioning, getting out all the excessive shedding, which is true. Your hair sheds about 50 pieces per day on average. So if you're not cleansing often, all that hair is just getting in there, and it's just breaking off in there and causing all this excessive shedding. Also understand this lady might be very busy and probably you know, don't have time, but it's imperative to cleanse your hair. I think it's a really good tip. I think the lady's really lucky. She seems to have a lot of hair. She ended up having to do a bit of a trim. I don't know the last time she trimmed her hair, but she had to get rid of an excessive amounts of hair that probably could have been avoided, or some could have been avoided had she been taking better care of her hair. But the good thing is that she didn't have to cut up that much. She still had a lot left, so good for her. And let's move on to the last video.
I have to tell you a secret. Okay, bye.
Okay, that was a really good one. She's basically like, leave your hair alone. And I mean, you know, it's hair. It grows back for most people, as long as you don't have any issues going on generally, but it grows back. So I think it's a thing. But a lot of times, a lot of people do a lot, and then they wonder why their hair isn't growing. It's like excessive manipulation. If you're doing the absolute most, probably you wouldn't experience the type of hair growth you would if you otherwise were being more careful, if you're otherwise being more gentle with your hair. Because the more you manipulate something, like it's not just hair, but if you keep pulling on hair, like it's gonna come out. If you keep bumping into something, like things are gonna break. Same thing with your hair. It's no different. It looks really nice, but she's like, leave your hair alone. That's the secret. So that's what a lot of people talk about, protective styling and just leaving your hair alone and allowing it to do its thing. So I think these were all pretty good tips. This one of the most truthful ones is along with the cleansing and making sure that you're shampooing, conditioning to detangle and all those things. But these were some really good tips. I'm glad I watched these videos. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me, and I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, like it and leave a comment as to, do you agree with any of these hair tips and which ones do you want to add, and I would respond with what I think. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, because I post 2 videos a week on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Come over and see what I'm talking about. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.